Good morning, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and you're listening to Coffee with Kris, the time of the day where we share a cup of coffee and share a bit of the Word of God. We are on our fifth Sidra, our fifth Aliyah of this Torah portion of Behar, which means on the mount, and it's taken from Leviticus chapter 25, verses 29 through 38. Oh, Toto, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Well, as they say, there's no place like home. This is talking about the Levites' home. In Leviticus 25:29, it says, If a man sells a house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it has been sold. For a full year, he has the right of redemption. But if not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the wall of the city will belong permanently to the one who bought it throughout his generations. It will not be released in Jubilee, but the houses of the villages that has no walls around them are considered as open country or open fields. They have redemption rights and are to be released in the Jubilee. But, here we go. But as for the towns of the Levites, so when Joshua came in and conquered the Promised Land, he gave certain cities for the Levites to live in. Because why? Because they have no land inheritance, right? And he gave them fields so that they could grow their crops. They would get the meat and other things from the portion of the sacrifices, but they also had fields to where they could be a little bit agriculture if they wished. But as the towns of the Levites may have a permanent right of redemption for the houses in the towns of their possession. The Levites may redeem a house sold in the town of its possession. Also, it should be released in the Jubilee, for the houses of the Levitical towns are their possessions among the children of Israel. But the fields and the pasture land of their cities may not be sold, for it is their permanent possession. If a brother has become poor and his hand cannot support himself among you, then you are to uphold him. So this is basically saying that we need to take care of our own. We need to take care of ourselves before we allow the government to step in, a secular government that is, and take care of our people. So we got to do what we can to help our brother out. He may live with you like an outsider or a temporary resident. Take no excessive interest from him. So when we lend and borrow from each other as believers, we're not to impose interest on each other. But fear your God, so that your brother can live with you. You are not to lend him money at interest, nor give him your food for profit. I am the Lord your God, who brought you forth out of the land of Egypt to give you the land of Canaan to be their God. All right. Though the Levites have no tribal land inheritance, and the portion of the sacrificial service is their inheritance, nonetheless, God allows them to have houses, cities, and fields that cannot be taken away. Now, kind of bringing this back around to ourselves, we are God's royal nation of priests. We never get the short end of the stick in the long run. We can be assured that God will always take care of us. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Shalom and God bless.